guys, your boy Roots, and we're doing this deck profile for Vic Mark TCG, and we got everybody out here, right?
I got Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, look, it's Frank Sinatra, everybody. All right, then, and we got Mr. Michael Calo that got second place at the AGOV Cool Star Regional, playing what?
Infernoble.
That don't even sound right. What you playing?
Infernoble.
All right, then, tell us.
Spice, literally.
Yeah. Tell us about your tournament experience and how was today?
Rounds were 2 Manadiums, 1 Volcanic that almost burned me to death, a Rescue Ace, a Pearly, a Tier Elements, and I believe another Rescue Ace, so 2 7, yeah.
So what was your final loss? You won
My
6.
loss was to Tier Elements.
Was it a final round or?
It was final round. We were both undefeated, and it was the last one.
Okay then.
Yeah, it was tough. Got me with the Super Poly and then the Nibiru, same hand, and just cleared my board.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Right then, let's get to the deck profile.
Alright. So, start with the best normal summon in the deck. Connector and Dolphin. Such a hand trap meta, and this gives you so much information. And if they don't draw the right hand traps, and you are more likely to see this card than they are to see the right hand trap. So it just makes going through and grinding out the game and starting off your combo with information to know how you're going to end the combo. So having that information is crazy, and it eats up really good cards like Imperm, especially. Like some people just don't want you to know what they have, so they'll waste an Imperm on this knowing you're going to go full combo afterwards just so you don't have that information. And he makes people pay for that. And let me put this to the side. Just gotta mix up. And so you have the other best normal summon in the deck, Ogier. Lets you play around Droll because he mills to the graveyard. Nobody ashes him, which I think is crazy because sometimes you just have nothing in hand and they hear a mill and they just, if it's not a Tier Element's name, they just don't care, and you make them pay for that as well. So he sends Gearfried. Gearfried lets you do a lot of things to play around Nibiru. He can send an extender. He can just do so much. He lets you get to, he's the reason you can get to Appaloosa. So them not hitting him is just hilarious to me. Then you have your best extender in the deck. Whatever you send off Ogier, you can get back with him, and that's how you play around a lot of Droll plays. He becomes a tuner on summon. He's just great for recurring resources in the long grind game. That's what he was for me today. That's why you run him at 3. There's really no other reason to run him besides the grind game. The grind game is the main reason you have him at 3. And then your other special summon in the deck, Oliver. He came up so much. I did crazy plays with Oliver I didn't even think I'd be doing. He contribute anything on field, on your side of the field, or in your hand to special summon, and he does so much for the deck. And I always considered it a 3, but I love him at 2. And then you have all the one-ofs of the deck. Mainly, you just need names to equip. So it's just a bunch of Infernoble cards at 1. You don't need any more than that for any of these cards, but they are very useful. And they just, again, they help you with your extension. They're usually targets for dumps because you dump 2 to 3 times in your combo. So you can dump anywhere from most of these cards. You can dump or add to your hand, so you don't need more than that for your combo. And she is also great for resources, Malgus, because she shuffles back for costs. So even if they have shufflers in grave, you still get to shuffle your resources back no matter what. And then you have your other extenders. These are great. They act as fire warriors, and they let you extend, and this lets you rip things out of the hand that you should not be ripping whenever you have a connector with him. It's pretty wild. And then you have your main deck boss monster, Gearfried. Gearfried, if it ever makes it to turn 3 and they don't scoop, you're gonna out the board with him. He can out just about anything, whether it be in the damage step, monster negate, and he's an easy access to Barone, and then you can just keep transferring between him and Barone back and forth. So them having to deal with a monster negate on your turn, you use it, and then Barone bring him back, and then you have a quick effect equip and grave, and you're just going to keep switching back between him and Barone every turn. So he is great, and he's your Barone access as well. And then I have an extension package. this could easily be 3 hand traps, but I just wanted to win more. And with a lot of hand traps in the meta, this deck plays really bad to monster effects on the field, so I use this to go into Baguska while I control Link Monster, so I'd be under Apo, 2 Charles, or even if it was a Soul and 2 Charles, having a Baguska, they really can't do anything about it, and they can't activate any spells and traps because you have 3 spell trap negates typically, so they're kind of stuck. And this can bring back your Gear Free, and this again lets you draw 1 by shuffling back resources. And this was such a good extension. They don't see it coming, and it really takes them out when you have this fire recovery.
You don't want to tell them I was being Infernoble?
And then the hand traps, I thought Ash was going to be far more impactful this meta. It was definitely way more impactful because everybody has something in their engine to dodge Imperm. And so it was definitely the right call to go 3 Ash and 2 Imperm, especially for the Pearly matchup. And I did one, I think I said I did 1 branded matchup, and it came in clutch there. So it was definitely more impactful for me. And then you have the spells. I run 7 equips. It seems like a lot, but games go into turn 3 sometimes, you know, and you need that extra equip to put your field spell online. And 1, 2, 3. Where's that 7? There it is, the fancy one. Almace. And I only run 2 Durandal, 1 Joyous, and 1 Almace, because Almace is any other of these equips, these 3. So it can become anything from your deck or graveyard. So this is such a good resource tool. Even if you dump these equips, Almace will always make it so you have access to them. So this is such a great card for that reason, and it makes you only need 2 copies of this. And like I said, I run 7 because in your combo you dump 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you typically use Museum to get access to your turn 1 to a Durandal. So that leaves you 1 Durandal left in the deck. So then, you know, you have follow-up with your field spell. So that's the reason behind 7. And Metal Silver Armor, it stops so much. I think in the main I would do a different equip, but I think this just universally covers more decks right now. I would switch it out, but this is my target for equipping to Charles during the end phase, and it covers and stops so many decks. It's nice to have. And then I have the 2 Museum. Best extension, soft once per turn. They keep printing cards with soft once per turn. They keep being good, and it just does so much for extension. And like I said, soft once per turn. You can special summon for free. It's pretty great. Two talents, 1 called by. It's talents. You see it. I don't like it at 3. It breaks up your hands a little bit, but at 2, when you see it, it's amazing. And then yeah, called by stops hand traps. And then you have additional searchers. This can search anything from deck or graveyard, and this is Rhoda, so it's your 5th copy of Dolphin, effectively.
Let's see the side deck real quick before we go into the extra.
And then the side deck is 1 copy of Angel Ring for Super Poly, 3 copies of Joel and Lockwood for combo decks, 2 copies of Nib for combos, and then you have, I was worried about Rescue Ace, and they do really bad against board breakers, so I added in a Thrust package with anti-magic arrows and a 3rd copy of Imperm.
Interesting. Let's see that extra.
Yep. And then your extra deck, it's going to be 2 Charles. You have access to them from your combo. Boss Monster, Spell Trap Negate, Craziness. Power Load Ogre lets you play under Skill Drain. He's sold as a part of your main combo. Send 4 to special summon, and you can add any resource the turn she summoned. SP Little Knight is crazy. Vanish from Grave on summon. Does a lot, and it's a warrior, so it works with the warrior lock in the deck. Appaloosa. It's Appaloosa. You can summon it very easy, and it stops a lot of plays, and it lets you control the monsters on the board, which this deck struggles with. 1 Charles, 1 Roland, and 2 Angelica. It doesn't come up to need more because in the grind game you're really just going to be using Baron, and you're going to be using the other card I mentioned to win. And there's your 1 copy of Baron that does that. And then your 3 XYZs. This is flexible. But Dempsey can add any fire, Baguska stops monster effects, and Zeus wipes the board when you tactics to take on anyone or using your 2 XYZs. Pretty great.
All right, thanks, Michael. Any shout outs?
Shout out to Frank if he would come over here, but it was pretty fun. I had a lot of good time. Cool stuff, Hollywood, you know.
And was this your first regional or?
First regional top, yeah.
Okay. All right, then. We'll see you at the Kissimmee Regional in a couple weeks?
2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Peace.